SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. I think that I was maybe a little bit hasty in my assessment of... Oh, interesting. I didn't actually notice that if you... Hold on. Interesting. Sorry, if you right-click, it does the same thing as tab. This is tab, this is right-click, but with right-click, if you have any thoughts about the area, they automatically show up. Well, isn't that interesting? Right, I think I was being a little bit hasty about deciding that I was stuck and needed to spend skill points in order to get unstuck. So I think what, in fact, I'm going to do... I'm going to go back to the Fisherman Shacks, because there are people I haven't spoken with, there are places I haven't been. I have access to a lot of the... Wow, I'm just right up next to the Fisherwoman. Hello, welcome back to me. Hello, I'm back in your house. Why can't I look at this again? Oh, because I never looked at it? Did I never look at it? Did I go out back and then never actually look at it? I thought that I... Right, I got distracted by the sandcastle, didn't I? Well, that sort of makes sense. Look at that, I can run and I can hold right click and it does the same thing and it's just as good. Okay, that's good to know. Wait. I seem very confused about how I can go about looking at that window. I guess that's why I never actually did. Strange. I'm going to try again, because there's a friggin' orb. I get an experience point if I look at it. I want to look at it. You can't see into the house from this angle. Yes, that's true. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. Yes, that is true. I've been in there, but thank you anyway. Haven't seen the RCM around for ages, says this woman right over here. Maybe I should talk to her? But I was going to talk to the drunks first. I saw the drunks first off, and I was like, I'll talk to them later, and then or maybe I was like, I shouldn't talk to them? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm going to talk to them now. Hello. I'm here now. How are you? Who are you?
Hey, Tequila.
Idiot Doom Spiral. A 30-something man clad in a two-piece Lycra TM tracksuit puts down his Pilsner and extends his hand in greeting. Wow. His face is fully flushed, and the back of his head appears to be missing. Continue.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Shake his hand, don't shake his hand. I will shake your offered hand there, idiot Doom Spiral.
So what's happening?
He picks up his beer. Wait, Tequila? Well, nice meeting you, but I've got to go. Wait, what? Tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset.
Me.
How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
He takes a sip. I've been called Tequila Sunset before. It was that imagined conversation between two people very far away pondering my fate. Apparently that's what I'm known as, is Tequila Sunset. By some people, sometimes. Continue.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang.
Indeed. Not too hot. I'm on a 50-year losing streak. Reality, it makes me aggressively sad. Don't know. People tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that. I have re-entered reality to conquer it. To bend it to my will, I am the law. Reality, it's perishing. Soon only the glowing embers will remain of the atoms of human faces, only echoes. Well, nice meeting you, but I've got to go. I feel like doing an Apocalypse Cop to Idiot Doom Spiral might be a bad idea, although I haven't really gotten the impression as to why this guy is called that just now. There's an I am the law option. I'm inclined to do this one. People tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that.
It's good to hear that you're on top of things. Talking about used to, did you know that I used to be a real mover and shaker?
He thoughtfully picks at his shit-stained Lycra TM jacket. Continue.
Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
He takes a sip from his beer. Idiot Doom Spiral is what you call yourself. I see. It almost, the way he's talking about this, seems as though he's in the same basic sort of situation as I am, which I guess To some extent, he is. He has a list of tasks he's attempting to accomplish, and he is held back by despair and alcoholism, maybe. Anyway, he took a sip from his beer. I don't remember if I mentioned that. Continue.
Idiot doom spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
What do you guys do around here? What is a tequila sunset? You keep saying it. Well, first, what are you up to?
We are saving the world.
He looks at his comrades. Okay.
Please. Please don't call. Don't call.
Begs the man in the pipe. This one here, I suppose, who's called Don't Call Abigail. Okay, don't call Abigail. Check. Continue.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out.
Sorry to hear it. Continue.
So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
A pirate's life for you. I feel like you could really use a boat in that case, but fair enough. What is a tequila sunset?
It's you. You're Tequila Sunset.
I am Tequila Sunset, apparently. How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
You would be surprised. Continue.
No, you sure don't.
No, maybe? No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
He takes a sip from his beer. Go ahead. No, this sounds scary. Back up. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm curious. I asked because I am curious.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords.
He takes a big sip, then begins.
Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Wait, did we meet on Friday? Was I alone? Curious about both those things. I assume we met sometime between Friday and now. That's probably somewhat immaterial. Was I alone?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
Oh, sorry. He takes another sip, then continues.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get pissed drunk.
That does appear to be the case. Yes, continue.
Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
I actually have another witness to corroborate that particular account. Yes, it does seem that is exactly what I did, and I'm not sure exactly why. Continue.
It is.
Yes, continue.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
Wait, this doesn't sound like me at all. What happened then? I mean, the current me, yes, but the current me is relatively sober. What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
I suppose that I do. Continue.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
This would be when I ramped my car over the canal, presumably. Continue.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard.
The billboard? No. Do I? Continue?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally. I want to get off this story train right now. I do feel like I'm headed for more morale damage, but I asked, naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed.
The sound of the wood cracking the billboard. The billboard. I think what we're talking about is the wood that blocks off the backyard of the Whirling in Rags, but I'm not positive. Anyway, I'm sort of picking things up now. Hello, I'm here. Continue.
Sounded like someone jumped the canal.
Yeah, that'd be
We
me.
grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
Yeah, I suppose it must have been pretty formidable if I managed to jump across what appeared to be something in the range of 20-foot canal in a motor vehicle. Continue.
3 men are standing on a wooden platform extending out from the shore of a dilapidated fishing village. Their cheeks red, spirits high, beers in hand, eyes glazed over.
Spirits high, really? It doesn't feel like their spirits are particularly high, but I guess at the time there was something exhilarating going on. Continue.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you.
Me.
Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs.
I'm sure I did. Continue.
The time hath come.
I wasn't expecting there to be words. Continue.
So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, the time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things.
So what you're telling me is that I was already Apocalypse Cop before all this began. Oh god, what happened next? Say nothing. It's more dignified that way. Every word I said was true. Tequila Sunset will break the looms of reality. Okay. Do I wish to embrace my fate as a prophet of the end of times? I haven't yet chosen yet. I still got that thing waiting in my thought cabinet, but that's partially because my thought cabinet is full nearly to bursting at this point. What happened next?
Your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
You mean to tell me I jumped the canal, somehow managed to stop the vehicle, and be in some sort of state to be interacted with before I drove myself into the ice? That's how. Continue.
The muscles in your right leg tense up.
Aha. The one that would have the gas pedal associated with it? Continue.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster.
Why was I covered in shit? Seaweed I get. Why was there shit in the water? Was it just in my car? Did I just soil my pants while I was on the way? I mean, maybe. Quite possibly. Continue.
When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
I see. And so if I hadn't already waited for Tide to roll out, now I would know where to get my badge. Continue.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
And now you can probably see why I don't remember you, idiot Doom Spiral.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now, and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Wait, so is Tequila Sunset an event or a name? Tequila Sunset, huh? Sounds pretty good. My real name is Harry. Let me do the wait option first. Is it an event or a name, or is it both? Or all of the above?
I'm not sure. I think you were the event. Tequila Sunset. You know, as opposed to a tequila sunrise, which is long gone.
You know, while I am familiar with the concept of a tequila sunrise, I genuinely had not... My brain hadn't wrapped around the fact that it was Tequila Sunset instead of Tequila Sunrise, which is long gone. For some reason, couldn't say. My real name's Harry. Hello.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
Such good advice from the idiot Doom Spiral. How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women.
I don't really want to go down this road. Okay. So, wait a second. You mean to tell me that once I jumped the canal, I spent the entire rest of the weekend drinking and partying with this group of 3 guys? How on earth did I wind up in the room at the Whirling in Rags? Who brought me there? How did I get across the... I have questions. Continue.
How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Okay, so I got myself back across the canal on my own somehow, and maybe also shut the gate behind me? Continue?
Wow, that's quite a story.
Isn't it just? It hurt my brain. A little bit. Just a little bit. Continue.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
Continue.
If you only knew.
Hi, Cam. How are you? Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me? Did I mention losing anything else? Did I say anything about my colleagues? Did I say anything about the case? Did we talk about, politics? Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was? I don't need to hear any more. Do I really want to ask him further about what I had to say about the woman who I apparently am saying ruined my life while I was dead drunk for 3 days? I feel like that will not be productive. Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge? You said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy.
The 4th thing that I lost, I would assume. My hope or my heart or something. Continue.
In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
That would be the 3rd thing that I lost, yes. Did I say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
I just got an achievement for being a hyperstellar law officer, which said something about saying 7 totally deranged things. Did I say something totally deranged just now? I guess I'm just finding out that I did say something totally deranged while I was drunk, but I mean, I was very drunk, I think. Continue.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
I do seem to have that effect on conversations, I guess. Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
Well, it turns out that's not even vaguely true. He takes a strong quaff of his beer. Continue. Continue.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
I reckon that's true. I don't really understand how it is that when I came down from this particular bender that I just managed to be like, well, not gonna drink anymore. I mean, seems understandable under the circumstances, but I would feel like my body would have opinions about that, and it has left me remarkably alone about it. Did we talk about politics? Sure.
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you.
Continue.
I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
Yeah, sure. I've encountered that particular approach to the world. He takes a long sip of beer. I cannot say as I agree with you, but yeah, okay. Did you get a read on what kind of a cop I was?
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you.
So wait a second. Does it by any chance impact this conversation? Whatever kind of copotropes I have chosen up until this time? So the fact that I've embraced being sorry cop changed my past so that I apologize about everything? Or maybe that's just a thing that I used to do before I was who I am now. Continue.
You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against the temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid."
That sounds in character. I'm gonna ask, did I tell you anything specific about my ex, as my brain referred to her?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Is that so? Continue.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Well, thank you for that contribution, Rosemary. Your hat makes it look like your head is tiny. Like tiny. How is this? Continue.
Abigail.
Don't call her.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
That does appear to be the case, thank you. I don't need to hear any more about this, because I've heard all there is to hear.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
He nods. He does seem rather eloquent in a fashion. You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime? Be seeing you leave. Sure.
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
He says, slapping his knee. Yes, want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral? No, actually, I've heard enough stories for a lifetime. They suck. Goodbye. So either I can hear about how he became the Idiot Doom Spiral right now, or I can insult him and leave. Let's just hear it. Let's hear it.
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
In what fashion exactly?
You might get scammed here.
I have a feeling this is going to cost me a lot. What do you need? This one.
No, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest contribution. A little motivational package.
Oh, hey, if you just want alcohol, I have some that I've been trying to get rid of. What do you need?
Booze. Did you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier.
He taps his finger to his temple. Continue.
So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I've got some sweet Commodore Red. Give it. I don't have any on me right now. Lie. I don't want to give you any alcohol. I'm not an enabler. Don't do it now. You know, I've been like I say, I expected when I picked it up to be able to give it to pawn it, and I can't pawn it. So honestly, this is a great opportunity to get it out of my inventory. Just so long as it doesn't, handing it off doesn't insist that I then share it. You know? Here, have it.
Classy.
He snatches the bottle and pushes the cork in through the bottleneck. Well, that's efficient. Continue.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
One of the other bums interjects. Continue.
Don't call Abigail.
Do not do it.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here.
He is.
Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George. But around here, you already know.
He turns to you to say these last things. Okay, something happened to me. This is another story about me. Continue.
I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder/junior partner at a high-concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Sure, go on.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high-concept stuff.
Got it. Continue.
I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
Wait option. How many people did you have working for you? Did the jogging help? How many people did you have working for you?
22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
I mean, it's good that you were considering them, I suppose, unless you were just worrying about their productivity or something. I don't know. Did the jogging help? I could probably use a good run myself. That's derailing his story to talk about me, I suppose. But I probably could.
It helped, truly. With my trusty Sansarique Lycra tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world.
You didn't pronounce the TM. How dare you? Continue.
But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
He says thoughtfully, brushing dust off his shit-stained pants. If you're going to brush something off of your shit-stained pants, how about you brush the shit off your shit-stained pants? But I suppose it's stained. It says so right there. What happened?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
He shakes the bottle and makes a ringing sound. That sounds like you have, maybe you were overstimulated? Maybe, I don't have the words for it, but I feel like I've encountered this particular concept where a sound gets into your head and you just can't deal with anything until you deal with the sound. Continue.
His eyes are clouded. his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles.
I'm surprised this is a perception check and not a conceptualization check. Continue.
His eyes are your eyes.
High conceptualization. I just had to bring it up. Continue.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan.
You're saying that separating your keys out into two different pockets is the start of your downfall? Continue.
I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
How wet are we talking exactly? Go on. I mean, I figure I know how wet you get when it rains on you, but I'm being an encouraging audience.
It was a day not unlike this one here.
You both glanced skyward. Continue.
I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless.
Which is to say you left your house without your house key? Continue.
Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ouch! I would have landed on my feet. I got feline reflexes. Say nothing. An option which I feel like I probably need more often, like existentially speaking, but ouch.
Ouch indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up.
Okay, continue.
So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
You've got to be shitting me. Okay, so what happened next?
I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office.
He turns his head towards the skies. Okay, so what happened next?
I rang my neighbors' buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation.
I'm kind of surprised that they even came out on the buzzer, if that's the case. Like, it seems to me that if you're assuming that it's a salesperson, you wouldn't even answer, but maybe they figured, if they recognize the voice, I guess that would be fair. Anyway, continue.
People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
He pauses meaningfully. He in fact paused right here between B and 1. So you were an ad man. That's what you meant by your high concept business earlier. I see. Continue.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there.
Okay, continue.
But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in.
What? How? Why did you... What? Why? Continue.
Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company... Well, you see where I'm going with this.
I do see where you're going with this. Okay, so let me get this straight though, right? You're locked out of your apartment, but theoretically... You have an apartment. And rather than... Like, doesn't your apartment have a manager? Someone you could be like, hey, I'm locked out of my apartment. Can you help me out with this? You managed to get over the gate. Like, well, clearly, either he has not done that, or he doesn't have the option to do that, or he doesn't have the willpower to do that. I don't know. Either way, got it. I do see where you're going with this. Continue.
So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
He takes a long swig of his drink. Wait, is that it? I feel like there are some steps missing. I've only been a hobo cop for a few days now, but it doesn't seem so bad. Look on the bright side. You got one hell of a story. You do realize all of this is your own fault. I literally can't believe it. I mean, obviously he did skip some steps, but this is the weight option. I can choose this without choosing one of the others. So, or yet, rather, you know. I feel like there are some steps missing.
Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
How long has it been?
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
That one! Yeah, that!
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me. So they tossed me in jail for 2 days.
Don't you even have any, like, business associates? Someone who could vouch for you? Something like that? Continue.
I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen.
He shakes his head. So he's locked out of his own life. Apparently permanently? Huh. Huh. Okay. So either it's not so bad as you say it is, or looking on the bright side in a rather forced fashion, or accuse him, or accuse him. Accuse him of being a failure, accuse him of being a liar. None of these are great. I guess I'll say, look on the bright side, you got one hell of a story.
Yeah. Maybe I've exaggerated certain parts over the years.
Years!
When you tell a story too often, it begins to take on a life of its own.
Years! Continue.
But what matters is that it's true to my subjective experience. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
He looks at it. At the bottle, I mean. Great! He drank the entire bottle while he was telling the story. Well, that's fair. That's fair. It's gone, and now I don't have to worry about it. Continue.
Truly, he has the soul of an artist.
Why do you keep losing all your stuff? I want to hear the story of your name again. Have you got any more stories? Be seeing you. Why do you keep losing all your stuff?
Good fucking question, Tequila.
I know, right?
If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece lycra tracksuit?
I suspect the answer to that would be no.
I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. But somehow it all got away from me.
Could that middle part, that latter part there, could that have anything to do with the fact that whenever you talk about her, you refer to her as a nice piece of ass? Because I feel like that might, you know, be indicative of a mindset, you know, which is not helpful to you right now. Continue.
Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
What was the name of your agency? What's up with the tracksuit? What about the other drunks? What's this about a lost jacket? Let me ask you something else, conclude. What was the name of your agency?
My agency, man. The Boom Boom Room. Our concept was combining high art with the lowest forms of marketing. The color red, breasts, and oil painting.
Wait, but the big splash down at the dock next to Cindy the Skull, is that y'all's work? He takes a long melancholic sip, by the way. Continue.
I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our profits in an even more high-concept cultural incubator called Thin Air. The artists were happy, the clients were happy.
Good.
I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language. But then it all went to shit.
Apparently, yes. He looks towards the bay.
Sounds intriguing. What say you, Art Cop?
I mean, I'm still working on that particular thought. Like, I feel like another half hour and I'll have you, but continue.
If it sounds like it makes no sense, that's because it doesn't.
Mixing oil painting and breasts to make ads isn't high art, it's just cynical wankery. That's so high concept, I have no idea what it means. Man, mixing high and low, commodifying culture, that is extremely my shit. Right, okay, never mind that I asked. I feel like this is the art cop response, yeah? And I feel like I sort of agree with it, so let's go ahead and say it.
Well, you know, sex sells. That's the first rule of advertising.
Maybe, but it's still tired. Yeah, actually, you're right. Let the market sort it out. No need for me to regulate this stuff. It is. I mean, yeah, I'm on a criticism. I'm on a criticism bend. Yes, it's tired.
Maybe you're right. Who knows? Maybe we were behind the curve? We were fucking rich, though. That much I know.
It's still bizarre to me that it managed to all slip away from you the way that it did, but I guess it's probably bizarre to you, too. So what's up with the tracksuit?
What? You've never seen 100% Lycra before? Go on. Feel that primo material.
I mean, it's covered in shit, but okay. The man extends his arm. Can touch it.
Pretty nice, huh? This might be one of the last of its kind. Should probably be in a museum, honestly.
He takes another sip of something. Continue.
Good God.
Ow!
It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like rubbing two jellyfish skins together. You feel about 15% less human for having touched it.
Ouch. I've failed my impossible interfacing check. 18 interfacing. How would I even get that high? Continue.
Randomized trials have also found Lycra, TM, to be associated with a number of exotic, highly malignant cancers. So you also have that to look forward to.
By just touching it the once? Great, thanks, Encyclopedia. Also, thank you for pronouncing the TM as is right and proper. Continue.
And then there's the smell. But you don't even want to think about that.
I suppose I don't. Continue.
Wow, you're lucky. He never lets me feel it.
Can't imagine why not. Continue.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosie. We're right next to the bay. You could wash them any time.
So what about the other drunks?
My fellow members of the Union of Moribund Alcoholics? They're exactly what they look like.
And what exactly do they look like?
Hey, Tequila! You want to buy some speed?
I do not, thank you.
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. He's a cop, remember?
That is true. Continue.
I thought he was a cool cop.
Right, but there's another one here, see? And also, I'm trying to turn that particular corner. Continue.
Don't call Abigail.
I wasn't planning on it.
And this is Abs. So yeah, that's basically us. We drink together.
He points to the man in the pipe. So what's this about a lost jacket?
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my Lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less.
Continue.
Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
I might even have it on my person at the moment, but wait, you're asking a police officer to help you find a jacket you stole and then lost? Yes, that one, please.
Yeah, exactly. You're here to serve, right?
Okay, sure. Where'd you lose it?
If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd have it? I mean, maybe I was up by the boardwalk, or walking along the beach, or checking out the abandoned fish market.
That is a lot of places.
Somewhere north of here, that's for sure.
North of here?
You could ask around, see if anyone's seen it.
I suppose I could. Let me ask you something else, though.
I'm all ears, Tequila.
I don't want to hear the story of your name again. I don't want to ask you for more stories because you'll ask me for more alcohol. I'll be seeing you.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
Indeed. Great. So now I have a task to find the Idiot Doom Spiral's jacket. Idiot Doom Spiral stole a cool jacket at one point and then lost it again. The story of his life. According to the man, the jacket was last seen somewhere around the boardwalk. Maybe at the abandoned fish market? Maybe. And my morale is again in the hole. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to have a quick save. Just in case. Because I'm about to talk to the other drunks and I don't really want to die. Quick save is fine. There's a keyboard command for it. It's F5. I don't remember what quick load is. I think we've been over that. Let's talk to Don't Call Abigail. Hi. Grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away. Continue.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
I don't doubt it.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail.
I am the law. Who is Abigail? I'll call whoever I want. Don't tell me what to do. This is making me uncomfortable. I haven't said I'm the law in a while. Apparently it gets on Kim's nerves, which is why I'm hesitant to do it now. Plus, anything I say to this guy is going to be responded to with "Don't call Abigail," probably. So I'm the law.
You really don't have to. Besides, he won't understand you anyway.
Did you mean won't or did you mean will? Because the text says something different. Okay, so Kim is actively annoyed with me, saying that I am the law. Got it. Lieutenant sighs, by the way. Continue.
Abigail. Oh, Abigail.
He mutters something while trying to brush something off of his extremely dirty trousers. His movements are slow and awkward. Who is Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
He draws out a disgusting snort, then mumbles, waving a finger in your general direction. I'm appreciative that the voice actor did not, in fact, include the disgusting snort. Continue.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Who are you? What's your name? Where am I? What is this place? Why shouldn't I call Abigail? Tell me about your friends, point to the others. Walk away. Is there any point in doing any of this? I don't know. Who are you?
Don't call Abigail.
His eyes move around erratically, then the look in them hazy and unfocused. Don't call Abigail, he says. Why shouldn't I call Abigail?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
I'm going to take a hit in the morale, aren't I? Lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
His breath smells harsh, like a toxic swamp, as he whispers to you. He then waves his hand as if shooing you away. All right, tell me about your friends.
Don't you fucking call her. Hear me? Abigail?
I was somehow expecting there to be more to it. He glares at you. His voice trembles with every word, becoming even weaker. Ever weaker, rather. Abigail, he whimpers in the end. Where am I?
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
Hey, I'm on an important official investigation. I demand you answer my questions. I mean, he has been. He's been answering my questions with "Don't call Abigail." Every time. Consistently. Is there any point in badgering this very drunk man? What am I doing here? This is the one thing that's changed, so I guess let's choose it, but I'm guessing I might take a morale hit at some point here for being stupid.
There's no use in yelling at drunks. He's barely holding it together.
The lieutenant interjects. You're not wrong, Kim.
The drunk man starts coughing, a really disgusting, hacking cough.
Yeah, I imagine he does. Continue.
Don't call.
The man stammers. Slowly, his head nods off to the side, and he passes out, tongue dangling from his mouth. I have gained 5 experience for some reason. Continue.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
That is true. And... okay, so... bam. And I guess let's talk to this guy? Doctors are idiot,
Good
buddy
to
boy.
see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
He spreads his arms as if wanting to embrace you. What are you talking about? Good to see you too, friend. I'm a police officer, not your friend. I get a bad feeling about this guy. What are you talking about?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Amphetamine? Quite the business venture you've set up here. Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real? Here's the money for the spirits. I want a pack of smokes. Here's the money for a Pilsner. Sell me some speed. I'm off. Okay, so hang on. Smokes plus intellect minus health. I knew that. Pilsner plus 1 physique minus 1 morale. Speed plus 1 motorics minus 1 morale. And then the spirits. Blue medicinal spirit. Huh. I wonder what that is. Why does it cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
He brings out a 1-liter bottle of bluish liquid. The mouth is corked shut. Nod, let him speak. No one can buy spirits for 300 real. That's crazy. I'll just have the spirits and not the story today, thank you. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I don't have the money anyway.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his Pilsner and stares at you intently.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
I'd imagine he is. What is?
What?
Forget I asked. Continue.
Keep him talking.
Okay, rhetoric. What do you mean, what? What did you think was funny earlier? Forget about it. I just want the spirits. What do you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
He says and shakes his index finger at you. Where did you get the bottle of spirits? Okay, can I just get the spirits if that's okay with you? You know what? I don't even want the spirits anymore. Where'd you get the bottle of spirits from?
Oh, This is medicinal spirits, the good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
Continue.
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
He spits a nasty yellow clot on the ground before you. So they gave you a thing to help you try and break your alcoholism, and rather than breaking your alcoholism, you are continuing to get drunk and trying to sell the spirits. Continue.
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
His voice rings with pride. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter. That's a good tip. I should remember it. That sounds dangerous. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter? Sure, that's a good tip, I guess.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing.
He croaks. Continue.
Those arseholes charged me £4 to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
He gets visibly angry. 4 real to remove what? The kidney? Your kidney. 4 real. That's nothing. Assholes, have they no shame taking money for a service they provide? Okay, how? I'm gonna go ahead and say the snide thing. Have they no shame?
But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead fingers.
He gets an excited gleam in his eyes. Okay, continue.
Like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff.
He shakes the bottle.
98.7% almost pure alcohol.
Do not drink that. Do not drink that. Continue.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
It's come down a lot all of a sudden. He nods at his companions. Continue.
Don't say
it. Don't say it. I thought it was 300 real. Right. Can I smell it first? I think it will prove useful, yes. No, not really. I do technically have the real for this weird blue substance. Can I smell it first?
Yeah. Be careful. It's extremely flammable. 1 spark and the entire city of Ravachon is wiped off the map.
He uncorks the bottle and holds it under your nose. Why am I smelling this? Continue.
Feels like someone set a mustard field ablaze right inside your nose, then drenched it in tear gas. Your nose is a singular source of pain, but at the same time you don't remember the last time you felt so alive.
Great. Continue.
In all fairness, that might be attributed to the retrograde amnesia.
Good point, logic.
So, what's the deal, friend? Want the spirits or not?
No.
So what do you want then?
Quite the business venture. Okay, so I do have the option of paying 3 real for the spirits if I decide to later. Quite the business venture you've set up here.
Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
He gets a proud gleam in his eyes. What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor ex-squeeze, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit.
Invested the profit in what exactly? Drinking?
Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
He spreads his arms and smiles a crooked, toothless smile. So you mean to tell me that the cigarettes, beer, and speed that you are currently trying to sell me are the 3 things you invested in? And now everyone's on my hook. Well, good for you. Continue.
The hook? Where is it? I can't see it.
Looks like you're on your own hook, too. Impressive entrepreneurship. Point to his vice stand. I approve. Got a permit for this little shit show. It does look like you're on your own hook. It's true.
Of course, of course, of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people.
The drunk raises his pilsner and nods. Continue.
He has long forgotten what you were talking about.
He certainly has. I'm off.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
He waves you off. Cool. Tip the shopkeep. Yeah, sure. What's this? Oh, I've completed my thought.
Art degree.
Look at me. I'm an art cop. Maybe. That guy's choking another guy.
Trite. Contrived. Mediocre. Milquetoast. Amateurish. Infantile. Cliche and gonorrhea-ridden peon to conformism. I fucked me. Affront to humanity. War crime. Should literally be tried for war crimes. Resolutely shit. Lacking in imagination. Uninformed reimagining of. Lip-wristed. Premature. Ill-informed attempt at. Talentless fuckfest. Recidivistic shit peddler. Pedantic. Listless. Savagely boring. Just one repulsive laugh after another.
So internalizing this thought has basically just given me a whole bunch of ammunition with which to insult art. Bonuses? -1 hand-eye coordination. Hands shake from anger, how shit it all is. Conceptualization. Passives heal, +1 morale. And give... Oh, conceptualization passives heal +1 morale. And give 10 experience. 10 experience? And a permanent deficit to my hand-eye coordination. Except for now. Great. Great. What's my hand-eye coordination at right now? Motoric space is +4. Actual art degree -1. Fortunately, I already shot the corpse out of the tree, so I feel like I'm not in a great deal of need to have hand-eye coordination at the moment. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Oh, wow, look at this. I'm 2 experienced from a skill point. Okay, okay. At this point, I can probably just unlock this, right? It's probably going to be fine, right? Yeah, just unlock it. It's fine. Confirm. Yes. Okay, so we got some kind of superstar. Cop of the Apocalypse. Finger pistols. Motorway South, Fairweather T500. Okay. Motorway South I find very interesting. -1 of my visual calculus. My visual calculus these days is... I don't know. I can't... It doesn't tell me if I just mouse over it. It takes 8 hours to think about this one, though. So this one would take me the rest of the day to work on. If I wanted to work on anything else, I'd have to start scrapping things from my thought cabinet, which it may come down to, I'll be honest with you. It may almost certainly come down to it if I'm going to have this many build up and I want to actually look at them. And I do! I want to look at all of them, in which case I need to choose ones that I'm going to get rid of at some point. The volumetric shit compressor, hang on. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. I see. That might be something that I should take advantage of and then get rid of? If I can get my endurance up to 4, I'm not sure that I need that much endurance, but maybe it'll come in handy at some point. If things actually start going down and it starts getting actually violent around here, that might be useful. And then I can get rid of it and start working on other things with my brain. Okay, okay. Motorway South, though. Motorway South, splintering off from the known pale. To where? Where does it go? 8 hours to think about it. And it's what, like 2 o'clock right now? So that would be the end of the day. Okay. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I just spent an entire hour talking to 3 drunk men. Mostly this guy. He had a lot to say. Stories, you know, that sort of thing. Great. I still can't go through these woods. These trees are somehow too thick for me to go through. Right? Yeah, if I click on the other side, it just starts walking me away from it. I see. Okay, cool. Well, where am I on the... Right, I'm here-ish? By the egg thing, I think? There's a passageway over here. Can I actually go this way? Whoa, what's this?
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow.
Continue.
The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction. in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road? What about the bus stop? That is enough finished thought. Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
I almost feel a little bad that it did cross my mind that if my brain could predict the lottery numbers, that would be very convenient. Also, I could really use a bath. What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
So this is a memory from a while ago. What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade.
The landowners have filled the craters with money. Oh, right. Like they filled in the craters. They filled them in so that the road could be used. But the road isn't being used. Continue.
There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
Dead dog? A dead dog?
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
A fast RCM vehicle. How do I know that? Did I hit the dog? I didn't take morale damage, so maybe not. That is enough. That's enough.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
That's me. That's me. Great. Okay, so I probably can't go this way, huh? Because there's a gate here and such? You can't walk around that, can you? No, absolutely not. Can't possibly walk through the undergrowth. What are you thinking? I suppose that's not our territory anyway, right? That has nothing to do with our current investigation, so there's really no reason to go there, probably. What's this? What's this? What's this? There's a thing. How did I miss it before? Book. A primer for small kids. Use interact button and inventory to inspect the book. Take it. A textbook for the first grade in primary school. On the cover, a humanoid teddy bear. Wow! Wow! Look at that that humanoid teddy bear. A humanoid teddy bear is pushing a wheelbarrow full of letters. He's not doing a good job. The letter S is dangerously dangling from the cart, while E fell off a long time ago. Children should pay more attention. I could read it.
You hold in your hand the colorful primer. The title reads, A Primer for Small Kids. There's a bear involved.
Exactly what I need. Flip through the pages, put the book away. I mean, it might be useful, considering I don't remember anything. What we got here? Exactly what I need.
This book will show you the score. Get you oriented with those basic concepts you appear to be hazy on. The anthropomorphic bear will give you the lowdown of your life.
On what exactly?
The alphabet.
Nice! Flip through the pages.
Every page has one word designating one letter of the alphabet with a faded illustration. Most of them are scientific and cultural principles. It goes as follows.
This is probably going to take at least half an hour, isn't it? Let's do it.
A is for azimuth. B is for Boreas. C is for cosine. D is for diamite. E is for ellipse. F is for phlogiston. G is for gamete.
There's no context for any of these. There's no context.
H is for homeboy. I is for econ. J is for Eura. K is for collapse. L is for laudanum. M is for myriad. N is for nadir. O is for aureole. P is for perihelion.
Who wrote this book? Who wrote this book? What's the point? Yeah, not stoically. Yeah.
Q is for quasar. R is for rhododendron. S is for sinus. T is for tricolor. U is for ultra. V is for vector. W is for Wahrheit. X is for xylophone. Y is for Ustava. Z is for zenith.
It's specifically the one for Y, the one for W, and the one for J specifically use non-common pronunciations of the... That's it?
That's it. You know the alphabet now.
Great! Good! Continue! I got morale, and also you won't read this line to me, because it's a conceptualization check. In what is called the IL, the international language developed by scientists from Grad in the 20s? Sinus means sign, for example. Sinus means sign. Kim, I know the alphabet now.
Good. I also know the alphabet.
I'm glad to hear it. Put the book away. Good. 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 I talked to 3 drunks and I learned the alphabet. Things are looking up. I gotta stop. It's been an hour. I still got to talk to the woman on the bridge. I still have to... Oh, it did take like 15 minutes. Well, friggin' whatever, it's fine. I still got to actually explore the rest of this area. Go up next to the church, that sort of things. I probably could have another look at that wall, too, now that I'm an art cop. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. In any case, we're done for now. So thank you for watching. I don't know what today was. Today was Disco Elysium. And tomorrow will also be Disco Elysium. Except by tomorrow, I mean Monday. Doesn't matter. Next time will also be Disco Elysium. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.